Just so you know, this Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean Investments, and JDI Multimedia Network. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the TV talk show queen, the pen slayer, multiple national and international best-selling author, and multiple national and international empowerment speaker, says, I am a talk show host, a speaker, life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Welcome to Just So You Know moment with a twist. I am your host, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean. First, and as I always do, I give honor and thanks to God because so many doubt him in the current challenges that we have. But can't nobody make me doubt him because I know too much about him. And he is still in the blessing and the healing business. And I am so glad about it. So on tonight, in this episode of Just So You Know Moment with a Twist, we have Mr. Art Berlango.
Just So You Know moments with a twist. Your host, Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen slayer. You ready? Let's go. Just so you know, moments with a twist. Oh, talk show host, speaker, life and success strategist, author. Oh yeah. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Just so you know, moments with a twist. Are you ready?
Coach B,
Hey.
as he calls himself. So everybody, wide and clear, please, let's welcome Mr. Coach B. Hey, Coach B.
Come home, my good people. Hello, Dr. Jackson Dean in the building. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. So tell us just exactly who is Coach B.
Coach B is an educator. He's a head football coach. He's a speaker. And I'm also a mindset coach as well. I help people just to get to a headspace, get to a place where they have this belief within themselves, to create the self-image of themselves, to go after what they want, the greatest desires, the greatest dreams and aspirations. And I help them get to that very point, to make that become their reality, right? So, yes, I'm an educator of 11 years. I've been a football coach for 14, and I'm just getting started. I'm here to serve, and let's do it.
That is wonderful. Tell us where your aspirations to be a coach, as far as your all that entails in your coaching. Where did that originate from?
I would have to say originate from because I wanted to give back all I've learned through my competitive experience being a student athlete in high school and in college, and use those experiences and everything I've learned through my journey and bring that back where I came from, to give back to my community. Because there's a young Coach B out there, and I want to make sure that he understands or she understands that this life can be anything you make it. Anything you can make it. I want to be that individual. I want to be that person to bring that hope back to my community, bring back something that was not provided to me when I was their age.
You are so right. Anything that you can see, you can be. And that's one thing my parents taught me all of my life is just whatever you work for, you can be whatever you want to be. And I always say, build the you that you want to be. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So tell us some more about you. You're in California, and tell us about what it's like. Give us the whole feel.
All right. I'm working with 3 other former college teammates of mine that I played football with in college. So we got together just within the last 8 weeks, and we just started collaborating and said, hey, we should write a book, a coaching book. So it's going to be a coaching book on 4 pillars.
and just how to teach coaches, head coaches, give them a resource, give them a book to implement within their program and for how to build a program. And but more so, the focus is on the student athlete. It can be either a male or female sport, it doesn't matter, but how to instill these principles in their program to create not just better student athletes, but to create better people. Because a lot of times in sports, you're just focused on the week and trying to win the game and get in shape and train and work hard and things like that, getting better at your skill set as far as with that sport. We're taking this. We're diving into it real deep. Where we want to train the human being. We want to mold the heart. We want to mold the mind.
Yeah, people look at sports as, it's just a game and we're going to win or your team is going to lose, but they're missing the whole point of sports. Sports is really to teach you how to be a team, teaching you how to go after what you want, teaching you how to build on what you have. And so those are a lot of other of the components that sports give you, and factors in sports that some people miss. But then there are others, they know exactly what it's about, and those are the ones that don't get so angry when their team loses. That's all the time or two. Because, it's more to it than just winning the game. So, Coach B, as far as your coaching is concerned, what type of client do you look for?
Yes, I'm very specific with this group of clientele just because I want to make sure they are not only ready to begin this journey with me, but they are self-motivated, they're self-driven. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm an educator. I teach young people, I teach teenagers, and I hold enough hands as it is during the day, right? So I'm working with adults. There is no hand-holding. You're either ready or you're not, right? So self-motivated, self-driven people who really want to make a change in their life and figure out how to make their things that they're excited about, things they're passionate about, things that bring them purpose and fulfillment. I want to help them reach those very goals.
Okay, so you're more of a life coach or a business coach?
No, I'm more of a mindset coach to help.
Mindset
yes.
coach. Okay,
yes.
So mindset, and so that's really applicable to anyone.
Yes.
Or do you have a certain demographic that you look for, like one age to this age, or?
Yeah, so I'm currently, majority of my clients are either in a transitional phase of graduating college to beginning their career, or they've done both, but they're not getting that fulfillment. They're not getting that joy in their profession, and they know there's more to their life than what they're doing. So I help them understand what that is. I help them recognize it. I help bring clarity to their plan, and then we implement it and we execute.
Okay, so it's more of the young adult that you work with. Okay, that's commendable. A lot of the coaches skip over that age bracket and they go right into 30 and above. But what about 30 and under 30? What about those people? So you bringing it home for them to get their mindset, because that's a good thing. With those younger people, if we get them prepared before they get out there and start getting their new family started and, producing more people, if we already have their mind set up before they get into it with the people that they produce beyond them will be much better.
Right.
Yeah. So, in regards to your speaking, your platform, what type of platforms or conferences do you look for when you're going out to speak?
Yes, I really enjoy I do a lot of teams, speaking for athletic sports teams, just because that's my world, right? So I get asked to do that, and also in education to speak to teachers and how to get the most out of their classroom, how to get the most out of their students, and I give them tools and strategies that's worked for me, and I share my experiences, how I'm able to get such great student engagement, performances for my students in the classroom, and I help share that information with other educators. I also just speak to people who are they're looking for purpose, right? They're looking for just a little encouragement, a little motivation, just a little pat on the back to get them back on track. Because a lot of people start goals, they don't finish them, or they put their goals on the shelf, and it's been 8 years has gone by, and they forgot about them, right? Because they're so focused on their life and their family and their job, and they kind of lose sight of
Life gets in the way.
they're truly passionate about it, right? So, yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm here in California, Central California, and the Central Coast.
Yeah, sometimes life does get in the way when you're trying to accomplish some things, and so you end up putting your hopes and dreams on the back burner to attend to life, and then when life gives you a break, then you go back to your hopes and dreams, and sometimes you need a little push and a little motivation to get you started again. So I commend you for being that push for others to get them started, because it's not just for some. Everybody needs a little pat on the back and say you're doing a good job sometimes, or either some direction and say instead of going here, go here. Instead of doing it this way, do it that way. Mm-hmm. And the person who's giving that advice is coming from experience. So they know they can see what you're doing, they can see where you're going, and they can see another direction of where you should go opposed to the direction that you're traveling. Right. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Like you said, you came back to your area to help out, to serve, and to talk to the young adults to get them on the right trajectory to go into the right direction. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Educator or the football coach, but your goals or challenges never stop where you're at, right? I'm a type of person where I'm always looking for the next goal after I accomplish the goal that I set out to accomplish, and then the next goal is to accomplish the next goal or to set a new goal. So this constant evolution or this elevating, right? There's never being satisfied to be the best version of me.
So, Coach B, when you are coaching your clients through your mindset coaching system program, how do you set them up with, I guess, establishing goals to reach, or what? Just tell me, what do you do?
I'm a type of person. I'm always going to lead by example. I'm not going to ever ask anything of anyone if I haven't done it myself or experienced it myself, or I'm not willing to do it myself. So I just want to be the example of, even though I'm an educator, even though I'm a head football coach, I'm a speaker, and I'm a mindset coach, but I'm always setting new goals. Like my next challenge and my next goal is to finish these 2 books that I'm co-writing, right? So I'm always looking for something new. I'm always looking for because I just want to. I'm on this lifelong journey of just evolving and becoming better. And every day I look to just become the best version of me. Every day, reading, writing, listening to messages, listening to other people, collaborating with other people, being teachable, being coachable myself. Even though I'm doing a lot of the coaching, a lot of the teaching, but I'm also open-minded enough to where my ego stays at the door, and I'm here to learn. I'm here to evolve, right? So I once was told that if you're the smartest guy in the room, or if you're the best leader in the room, it's time for you to get a new room.
We hear absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We all have to work hard within our own right to get to being the best version of yourself. And I always say that, I inspire, empower, and coach people to be the best version of themselves. People need to understand what exactly is the best version of themselves so that they can have a goal to reach. Mm. Right?
Yes.
Right? Am I right?
Come on. Come on.
Because if you don't know what that looks like, that's almost traveling down the road planning on going on vacation, but you don't know where the destination is.
Right.
So you have to know where that destination is in order to get there. You got to have something to put in the GPS system.
Yes. Yes.
Good job, Coach B. Good job. Good job. So, when you're dealing with goals, and everything. Do you have your own like courses that you create, or are you teaching from? Are you just doing like individual uh, appointments that come in, and you coach that person through set of appointments, or are you doing that?
So I'm currently working on a curriculum as far as having it accessible to my clients to come in and I know what the lot of platforms people use is Teachable, right?
Right.
But I'm more so doing as of right now. My main methods or strategies is I do a lot of group coaching, and we meet during the week. I have two groups. We meet once a week, group of 10, and it's open enrollment. So it doesn't matter where you're at, what stage you're at, and we use a book to help us get along that journey. I'm sure I don't know if you ever heard the book by Maxwell Maltz called Psycho-Cybernetics.
Yes.
It's a great book, and they have a great workbook attached with it in the book as well. So it's very, very detailed, very just instrumental as far as echoing and confirming a lot of things I experienced myself without even knowing I was doing these very things. But it just confirmed everything and why I'm able to get to the point in my life today with this book that Maxwell Maltz wrote. So
you are absolutely right. That's a wonderful book. Wonderful book. And you said that you do group coaching. I prefer group coaching as well.
yes.
You know, and those rolling attendance where people just come in and you just meet them where they are.
Yes.
At the time. That's wonderful. Now, you were saying that you were working on 2 books. What's the second book?
It's also another coaching book. It's I'm one of, I think there's 9 other authors or writers in it. So I was asked to do a feature of 2,500 words of a chapter. I was asked to write that portion of the book. That one's going to be, we're doing our book tour starting in September of later this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's on coaching as well. Is it?
Yes.
Is it sports coaching or just coaching?
It's called the influence of coaching. So just the power of being called coach.
Okay. Good. That's good. So, do you have any closing remarks that you would like to give us? You know, it's
All right. Yeah. So I'm here in California.
Tell my audience how to connect with you if they're interested in your service.
Yes, I have a website, winwithcoachb.com, winwithcoachb.com. You also have my social media links attached on my website, so you can follow me on those platforms as well.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much, Coach B and Win with Coach B, for being a wonderful guest. And do you have any closing remarks?
Yes, I would like to leave you with this. My life has been a perfect example of not allowing your circumstances to define you, not to put limitations on you. As Les Brown once said, the only limitations we have are the ones we place on ourselves. And when we fall, make sure to fall on our back so we can look up and we can get up. And you can use your pain as purpose. You can use your misery as your ministry. You can use your everything you've been through, the vulnerabilities, the place of insecurities, and turn those into strengths to help and empower other people so they can live their best life just as you are.
Someday my prince will come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a dream when you're
wonderful. That was powerful. Woo! I felt that. Good job, Coach B and Les Brown.
Hey.
Woo! I like that.
Hey.
Come on, audience, give him one of those Arsenio Hall. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Come on.
Come on with it. That was good, Sam. That was really good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach B, for being the best part of Just So You Know moment with a Twist TV talk show. Let us give everybody a Princess Way good night. Ooh, yeah, good job. I like that. To learn more about Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, the services and the books that I offer, visit us online at www.drlashandajacksondean.com/shop. Please join us the next time for the next episode of Just So You Know Moment with a Twist TV talk show. Bye-bye for now.
Hey.
All right, that was good. So now that you think about it, is there anything else that you want to put in there? Because we can always add it.
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay, you got everything? You did. Yes. So how you feel?
I feel that I learned a lot. I learned not to give all this information.
All right.
Someday my prince will come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a dream when you're fast come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the wish that you make will come true. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the wish that you make will come true.
All right. Yeah.
This is Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Your host, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer. You ready? Let's go. Just so you know.